Namaste, everybody. Welcome to Karnak. Today, I want to speak about 10 protection techniques for an empath. You would love this. I'll speak to you soon. Back. It's Matt here from Karnak Holistics. I'm here to show you 10 techniques of how to protect yourself as a empath. Now, I'm an empath, and I know a lot of people who are empaths have a challenge with protection or how they're going to manage protection, especially when it's around various people in society, especially the jobs that they may do on a day-to-day basis, especially if they're in a service-orientated position. So what can we do for protection as an empath? I'm going to go through 10 key things which will help you as an empath to protect you and help so you can do your job as an empath that bit better, and you're gonna fly. So let me just start with the first one. First one is the white shielding light. So powerful. Simply, when you're in meditation, the first way to start it really, when you're gonna first practice it and you're gonna use it as a protection technique moving forward. So say, for example, you're going to go to work and you're in your car and you're getting out your car, you just want 5 minutes to yourself before you get in the car, before you're going to work, but you want to protect yourself. You can do this simple meditation, short or visualization, as you call it. And what you do, you imagine yourself, like if you used to look in the mirror, best way to do is look in the mirror and imagine yourself in a ball of white light. And you're in the center of the ball of white light, and it's got to be really shielded, so it's almost like really bright beaming light, like an orb. When you see yourself within that, that gives you protection from a higher consciousness. That is pure energy light. That is the light of the Creator himself. So when you're going to see a client or you're going into work, what you do, before you go in, you just surround yourself with this white light. And then as you put yourself in a shield of white light and positive energy irradiating from you, you need to feel that warmness or tingly feeling. That's when you're feeling the energy from the universe. The other thing you can do as well is, even though I've said about the shielding of the white light, what you can do is, while you're in that state, you can project the white light like energy beams outwards to keep certain people at bay who are of negativity, and at the same time you're blessing them. And even if you're sending out these energies, and then you're projecting these white lights outwards, the people that need it, who may be feeling low and cannot get the energy up, you be able to feed them because you're engulfed in this white light, and you're sending it out to other people. The good thing about that is, well, why I mention it and why the collective is telling me is it gives you extra credits to do with helping others without you even know that you're doing it. So that's the first point. The second point is set yourself energetic boundaries. So important. Again, the same thing when you do your white light, when you're getting your energetic boundaries, if you're not feeling well or you're feeling low, do not do any work. Try to resist or keep away from that work that you do, or surround yourself with a positive crystals, energy lights, or people that are around you. Set your boundaries who you associate yourself with. If you know these people are psychic vampires, sometimes they don't even know, why on God's beautiful green earth would you walk with people like that when you know they drain you? And why you know they're not positive, and why you know they don't give you and the people you work with the energies that you need in order to do your role and for you to elevate to the next level. This comes with your energetic shift within your empathic journey. And I will do a video based on that as well, your empathic journey, and identifying the right energies that should be with you and identifying the ones you should say a la vista to. So the second point is protect your energy. protect your energy no matter what. Walk with crystals. Have crystals in your car. Have crystals in your bag. Have crystals. Don't walk around with them big, massive crystals for crying out loud and then say to me, "Matt, I got a crystal in my bag and it's too heavy." You know, you got the tumble stones. You know, use that. So trust me, that's happened. I've said to someone, "Have crystals in your bag." They bought a big stone that's about that big, and it was in their bag. And I said, "No, you don't need that stone. Leave that at home." The other thing about protecting yourself with protecting your energy is when you sleep at night, if you can, get the auric, the crystal for your aura, or sorry, crystal for your chakras, and place them under your bed. And be careful that you or your other half doesn't hoover it up because that's happened. Place them under your bed, and once a month or once every 2 months, when you know, cleanse them and put them there. That would help you keep you balanced and keep your auric field strong. The other thing you can do is leave a crystal by your bed. It could be clear quartz, amethyst, rose quartz. Though that's for love, but you can use that. At the foot of your bed, if you can, somewhere in your room, have a black onyx, a black stone to take away the negative energy, but have a white crystal in the room as well. That would help balance out the room and keep away, and sorry, that will pull in positive energy. If you have a window ledge in your room, it's good to have crystals on there as well. So you can have, again, those same stones I've mentioned, or go to get a crystal book and see what ones are suitable that would help you to keep balance in the room. Alternately, you can use feng shui or feng shui, as you pronounce it, in order to balance your room and your house. I've feng shuied my house as a feng shui teacher and also practitioner. The other point where you can do is use incense to purify your house. When you've done a big deep clean in your yard, your home, I always tell my clients and my students, look, burn incense throughout the house. Green Tara. There's another one, I can't remember the name of it, but I'll put the link in below. White sage. Clear your house with incense. Burn it throughout the house. Don't burn the house down, but burn it so it drives it out. There's no clear form. Oh, the other thing is Nag Champma. That's a really good one to use. The energies love that. When you balance the house out with, say, for example, white sage, the other thing you should use is like green tara that helps balance out the house. The other good one is jasmine. Jasmine's very good. And also, if you can find it, dragon's blood. That's equally as good. I'll be doing a video based around based around chakras. And also, I've done one on chakras. So what I'm going to do I'm going to base one on crystals and also on incense, which would be good to use because I know it's okay with me saying all this stuff and people going on YouTube saying you should do this, you should do that, but they should have some of these videos to support that stuff. So what I'll do, I'm going to do a video. Probably the next one I might do is based around crystals, crystal healing, crystal purification, and also I'll do one based on incense. So point 4 is include yourself. Isolate yourself from being overwhelmed. So if you're going through a shift, which we all do as a spiritual being, you will go through a shift at one point in your life. Don't carry on like you think everything's fine. I am not saying to go into hibernation. That's not what I'm saying. All the things I mentioned, protection and all that lot, take a day out for self. Yeah. Re-energize yourself to avoid you going through that dark night of the soul even lower than you may be. Because your journey, your spiritual journey, you will come into contact with these dips in life. It's just how you manage it in order for you to move forward. Point 5 is self-soothing techniques. So self-soothing techniques. So hey, you're thinking, what on lovely green earth is that? Well, self-soothing techniques is be duty of care. Look after yourself. spend time with family, spend time with people you like, not people that you have to like. Go out on days out for yourself. Be with yourself, listen to motivational music, meditate, do balancing, do get Reiki done, Reiki yourself, go to forests, go to the beach, go to a lake, go for a swim in water, sit on a mountain, go out into green areas. That is self-soothing. And when you're there, meditate. And when you're going through these negative vibrations, and you're feeling really low about yourself, just use these energies in order to go, you know what, I'm okay. I'm okay. What you do as well, one of the other points you can do is call out to the curator or the universe or your guides and say, I need protection and I need guidance and I need support because I'm stuck in this situation. So what you do, you can take deep breaths and then focus upon your intention, clear your energy, and then bring in positive energy. My advice would be focus upon the energy of the sun. The sun will bring in that pure white energy, and use healing fires. Don't put yourself in a fire. Use it. Visualize yourself surrounded with pure white light or fiery light. That would help cure and burn away all the negativity. If your room or your house is dark and negative, you can use the white energy to clear the room. When you clear the room, this will help you to balance out your room. The other thing you should use is a dowser, which I'm going to do when I do crystals. I'll show you can do dowsers in order to use a pendant so it will spin to clear your areas. I use this sometimes when I'm at certain locations, when I'm doing ghost walks with UK Ghost Explorers. So that's another good identification to see if the location or where you are is a dark energy magnet. Some places have vortexes which you can get closed, but that's another kettle of fish. But have a look into that as well. So the next one is point 6 is it's not your job to save the world. It isn't your job to save the world. It's your job to contribute to the world in order for it to be saved, but it's not your job to take on the whole world to be saved. If it's your calling, that's another kettle of fish. But right now, it's your job to add to the healing of Gaia. And when you add to the healing of Gaia, Gaia will add to the healing of you. Gaia will remember you, especially if you go to the forest. The other thing when you're in the forest and you're meditating, listen to the rustles of the trees and you will hear them talking. I know this sounds a bit, ooh, mamby-pamby, but you know what? Do you want to shift up? You want to get through this, either the dark night or so, or you want to get those protections? That's what that's there for. The next thing is, point 7 is detoxing with water and salt. So, detox, let me start with detox. Detox means eat cleanly, eat well, sleep well, meditate, do yoga, go for walks, exercise. All these things are detoxing. I want to come to water. Water, you should drink water as predominantly as much as you can because that is your natural genetic makeup. Salt water, if you bathe in salt water, I mean, don't dip the whole tub of salt in the bath, but sprinkle some salt in a bath. Rock salts is pretty good. Bathe in there, that will clear away your energies as well, and that would help with your detox. It will clear your skin. Point 8 is break the momentum of sensory overload. So you need to break that sensory overload that you always will come into contact with because you are an empath, you are a being of light, and you will attract darkness. Whether you believe it or not, you will attract the darkness as well as the light. So what you need to do is break that momentum of attracting those, and that means just working, and then when you feel it's becoming too much, taking a break, taking a day out, and then returning back to it. If you need to keep working, obviously, then protect yourself. But the reality is that in order for your mental health and your well-being, you should be working overload anyway, because it's not advised for yourself spiritually, mentally, or physically. So just be careful. And so break that momentum of you thinking you have to do, if you're a Reiki master, if you have to do 3-4 Reikis in a day, it's you're taking that person's stuff on. And I know some people who used to do Reiki and tarot reading in the same day. They would do 3 Reikis in one day, and then they do 3 tarot readings, and for 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, running straight for weeks. And they wonder why they end up depressed and low and all the rest of it, with no outlet. We are not God. We are an extension of Him. We can only protect us as our own little energy auric field. Number 9, deep connection with nature. I said this, go back to nature. If I'm not in nature at least once a month, I'm low. I am low. I need the sun. I need the park. I need the forest. I need to sit with nature. Take off your shoes and do walk. I know I keep going. I think I said this twice now that I'm going to do walking meditation. I'll show you walking meditation, because if I ain't shown it yet, I haven't seen my video yet and I haven't done it, have a look into it. Search on YouTube. The Buddhist way of doing it is really good. That's how I got taught. And then you just basically do walking meditation. It helps with your connection with Mother Earth, especially if you take your shoes and socks off and you're walking on grass. Watch you don't walk in dog's mess, but walk on the grass and feel the grass beneath your feet. Don't just walk and feel each foot you're walking on the grass with, and you can feel the life of the grass underneath your feet. It's so powerful and so spiritually cleansing. And it also connects you with Mother Earth. The other point is as well, you can go into a forest and hug a tree. And I know there's all this mamby-pamby about, oh, you shouldn't really hug a tree. 2 fingers up to the people who say that. Trees are alive. I don't care what you say. They are a massive sustainable part of our existence. And if people say, oh, you should really hug a tree, look at their life. Look at how their life is like. Look how moody and unbalanced their lives are. But go and hold on to a tree. A bit of advice, ask the tree first. Each tree, each plant has an angel attached to it. So when you approach the tree, you wouldn't go up to some random person in the market or in the street and just go and hug them, would you? No, you wouldn't. You go, oh, can I have a hug? So when you go up to see the tree, say, oh, I need a hug. You be drawn to it. It may tell them and say no, right? Believe it or not, you may not feel the connection there, then don't. Go to another tree, then give that. I know you're going to think this is a bit out there, but it's true. Go up and you will feel that energy and give a hug. One time I did it, and a part of the tree, not fell down, but a twig fell and landed next to me. And I just said, can you take that with you? So I took it with me and I keep it in my house now, and I use it as one of my wands. So be aware what they hand to you. Don't just go breaking off stuff off a tree. So my final point is have sacred time. Have sacred time to yourself. Have sacred time with people that you love, and be with people you love who make you smile and happy, not people that make you depressed and low. Self-explanatory. Go to places that make you happy. Go to places that balance you out, that gives you a sense of purpose. One of the places I like to go to, when me and my fiance go away, I have to go somewhere where I have to work this, not just lay on some beach somewhere. I have to go somewhere with some culture, and I need to learn. And I can guarantee you, I'll find a spiritual person there. They find you. Trust me. If you've just started your journey along spirituality, welcome. Welcome to the family, and it is beautiful. So when you go on holiday, and you will attract them like anything. I want to say like the clappers, but that's not a good thing. Oh, no, it's a good terminology. You will attract them like anything, and it is so beautiful. So that's my 10 protection techniques for an empath. Beautiful path. Spirituality is a beautiful path. You know what? You're a beam of light, and I love you dearly. And welcome to the family. And I'll see you on my next video. Take care, stay blessed, and keep shining.